You gotta keep on breathing if you wanna make sense of it all. We will not fall.
So taking the left hand down onto the belly, right hand onto the heart. I'm obviously different to you, but it doesn't matter that we're not mirroring one another. Roll the shoulders and just let them soften down the back and relax the elbows in towards the rib cage. So really let the elbows become heavy there as well. Soften through the facial expression, your choice if you wish to close the eyes or taking a soft gaze just down in front of you. And allow yourself time to connect to your breathing, the true anchor into the present moment. And slowing down the pace of your mind's thoughts, letting go of your day, letting go what has already been. And try not to let any of the thoughts of what is to come creep back in and distract you from where you are right now. Our practice today is working through the chakra system of the two central chakras, the solar plexus or the Manipura, and also the heart chakra, the Anahata. So the connection between the two. And as we move up from the sacral and the root chakras from last week, we arrive at the relationship we have with ourselves. The solar plexus governing our inner strength, our fire, our courage, also our self-belief and confidence. And the softness of the heart chakra, guiding you with love, kindness, compassion, and acceptance. Acceptance of where you are right now, where you have been, and where you are to go is not really relevant, but just accept where you are right now. And throughout this practice today, we focus on the central torso physically, so with some twists and some upper body work into the chest, shoulders, and the spine, upper body and mid back. And always taking the practice at your own pace, your own level. And facing challenge with conviction and that self-belief, knowing that you have everything you need within you. Breathe a little bit deeper. So the chest and the belly rise into the palms of the hands, feeling the expansiveness of the rib cage going forward, sideways, and to the back. And even with the hand there, you might even feel your own heartbeat. Nice and slowly take the hands away as if they were still there. So you almost still feel the hands connected to the body, but take the palms face up down to the knees. You feel the warmth as the hands have left the body. You feel the warmth in the palms of your hands. And invite an intention for your practice today. Anything that you need most. Maybe an affirmation towards the two chakras that we are working with and the connection between them and the connection to ourselves. Wiggling fingers, moving into the wrists, start to circle through the wrist joints, circle through the shoulders. Lift the arms up above the head, interlace the fingers and just press the palms upwards. You can take the gaze up to the knuckles. Arms may remain bent or straight here. Lengthen the sides of the body, so all the way from the hips right up to the shoulders. Keep reaching, keep breathing. And then release the hands back behind you, interlace the fingers behind, roll the shoulders open and press the knuckles downwards. Again, elbows may stay bent or straight, gaze might look forward or to the sky, but really pull the shoulder blades together. Again, you feel the stretch through the front of the body. Nice and slowly release the hands, bring them forward. Again, interlace the fingers, round through the spine. So you scoop out the belly, and as if someone was pulling you from the waist backwards, dropping chin to chest, pushing knuckles away, letting shoulders drop away from the ears. Keep pressing, keep breathing. And then nice and slowly release everything. Take the hands to the knees, lift them together, and place the soles of the feet out in front of you for our TP twists. So soles of the feet come down onto the mat, knees are bent, we're sitting nice and tall. And we're just going to interlace the fingers and just drop back a little bit. So you're going to keep the feet planted, twist to the left, bring yourself center, twist to the right. If you can, try and keep the spine nice and long here. So pulling the elbow back. So again, starting to fire up through the front of the body here, through the abdominals, getting that rotation through the spine. The deeper that feels is how far you come back, but make sure you pull the navel in towards the spine. And then nice and slowly release the right hand by the left knee, open out into a beautiful twist. Looking back behind you, looking forward to the feet, just checking in with the knees and the feet, still alignment, relaxing the shoulders, opening the chest to the left side of the mat. Come back into that knuckles and go right, left again. TP twists. Good. Pulling navel back to spine. Good. Couple more. And then again, left hand comes to the right knee, opening out, looking back. Looking forward. Take a look at the knees, take a look at the feet. Open the chest out to the right side of your mat. Nice and slowly release. Spin the legs all the way around behind you. Come into prone position. And if you can, take the hands underneath the belly here. So I'm just going to move my mic in front of me so that it doesn't come crushed. And take the hands underneath the belly, so just above the navel, just beneath the rib cage. You might like to interlace or just rest finger between finger. You can turn onto the cheek. So this is crocodile pose. Now just gently notice, can you feel a pulsing in the abdomen? Breathe into the hands. If you can't quite feel it, maybe you've gone too high or too low, just move the hands a little bit. And then gently release the left hand out to the side. Right hand comes by the shoulder. So either choosing half cactus or straight arm in line with the shoulder. These are our broken wings or lying chest opener. So pushing away with the right hand, opening up and maybe taking that right foot back and tapping the left side of your mat. Now, again, the challenge comes with a bent arm in cactus, so you might want to release into a straight arm. Roll back, bring the thigh back to the mat. Roll open, toe tap. You don't have to use the leg, you can just work with the upper body. Bring it back, thigh rests back. Twice more. Try and drop into the left chest, left armpit. Bring back. Last time, come and stay and see if you want to here. These are options. You might release the right hand and see, oh, I'm tight. If it meets the foot, oh, just holding there. Easier with the arm straight, I will tell you. Nice and slowly release the hand. Oh, bring it back into center and just relax the left arm by the side of your body. So soften into that left shoulder, left chest. Okay, let's go on to the right. So left hand comes by the shoulder and the face, right arm either straight or half cactus. Rolling over onto the right hip, toe tap with the left foot. Roll back, belly thigh connects back to the mat. So 4 of these. And the last one, the 4th one, we stay. And again, you choose the option. Left hand comes to take hold of left foot. Oh, much easier on that side. Interesting. Make sure the navel's pulling in towards the spine. You're pressing into the right armpit, right chest. Nice and slowly release the hand. Let yourself roll back. And the right arm then comes back by the hip, palm face up. Soften there for a moment. And then bring the hands forward underneath the shoulders. Sway out from side to side, maybe widening the feet, but making sure all 10 toes are touching into the mat. Roll the shoulders back away from the ears, tuck the elbows in and back towards the hips, pushing gently up into a nice low cobra. Opening up the chest. Now, draw the navel in towards the lower back. You're grounding through the hip bones, and let's float those palms. So taking the palms off, keep the height, press into the shins, press into the tops of the feet. Try not to drop, lift, lift, lift. Remembering to breathe. And lower hands, lower body. Sway out through the hips. Take the hands to the top corners of your mat. Coming up into a straight arm seal. Again, more challenges with the feet together, so you can, of course, take them a little bit wider, but make sure the thighs, knees, and all 10 toes are touching. Push yourself up. Dropping shoulders away from the ears, pushing through from the palms. And again, you can start to increase the intensity, coming up into that L shape. Trying not to let the hips roll out or the thighs roll outwards. Good. Increasing, bringing hands back closer towards the body, keeping pubic bone dropping. Navel to spine. Nice and slowly. Lower it down. Head comes onto the back of the hands, big toes touch, and just sway out. Start to press yourself back into tabletop. So find your tabletop position, again, lifting up through the abdominals. Think about the bandha that we worked with last week, which was our Mula bandha, our root chakra bandha. Think about the Uddiyana bandha this week, the abdominal lock. So that's to stop the downward force of energy, but also containing that samadhi energy within the torso. So start to gently engage and contract the abdominals back. So Uddiyana Bandha comes in and up, as it were, up towards the diaphragm, pushing away through feet, shins, and palms. And relax Uddiyana. Belly might soften. Again, engage Bandha, in and up. Keep breathing with the bandha engaged. And soften, relax it out. Last time, we're going to start to use this with our coordination exercises. So engaging abdominals, engaging Uddiyana Bandha, pulling in and up, reaching left arm, right leg out. Staying and holding, finding the posture, working with your own strength, pushing away through left shin, left foot, right palm. Sweep the left arm to take hold of the right foot. Open up the right hip and the left shoulder, looking forward. Holding, breathing. Remember, Uddiyana Bandha. Good. Nice and slowly, release. Engage Uddiyana Bandha. Right arm, left leg. They sweep out on the inhale. Keep the abdominals lifted. Try not to arch too much into the back. Keep the hips nice and parallel to the mat. Slow breaths. Push in through the left palm and right shin, right foot. Sweep the right arm back, reaching for the left toes. Open the hip, lift the knee, press the foot into the hand. Lift the gaze, open the chest. Good, staying and holding. Good, pushing away through left palm. Breathing, nice and slowly relax. Bring yourself back into a child's pose, but let's take the hands into fists and bring them into the navel. So compressing the fists underneath the solar plexus. Maybe the head doesn't quite come to the mat. You might rest it on a block here or a bolster. Now feel that pulsation against your fists. Takes a bit of focus to figure out where it is, feel it. Nice and slowly lift up to release the hands and walk them forward into active child's pose, compressing belly down onto thighs. Roll up through the spine, coming all the way to kneel. Coming upright, just figuring out what we've just worked on there. So we've really brought focus into the abdominals, hopefully opening up through the upper back and the chest and the heart space. So let's come into our kneeling salutations for a warm-up. Dropping chin to chest, sliding yourself out along the mat, straight into your heart pose as you breathe out. Inhale, come onto your forearms, either tucking the toes or keeping the knees down. Lowering down the hips straight into Sphinx pose. So the elbows stay exactly where they are. Nice. Lowering down, pushing back through cat, rounding the spine, pulling navel in, and then releasing back to that active child's pose to roll up through the spine all the way to a high kneel. The hands come to the base of the spine as you open up into this camel, baby camel, looking to the sky. Feel the connection with the heart and the solar plexus here, front gate of the body. Bring yourself back into center, and then hands come down, right foot comes forward. Open it out into winged dragon. Release the left hand down. Sweep the right arm back behind you. Just rest there. Reaching right arm, dropping hips. So really starting to get into the legs a little bit. Bring the right arm back. And let's come into that half monkey pose. Heel comes into the center. Exhale over your right thigh. Let's twist here. So left hand stays down, right hand comes to the sacrum. You're going to dig into that right heel, open the chest to the right side of your mat, maybe releasing the top arm up towards the sky. Push through left palm, right heel, left shin. Bring hand back and just sweep that right leg back and come to the back of the mat into kneel. Take a moment to pause just before we do the left. Remember, this is the connection, the energy connection, solar plexus, sea of chi, heart space, physical meets the subtle energies. Chin to chest, roll down, slide out, breathe out, heart pose. Inhaling, come into that forearm plank, choosing the option of tucking the toes, lifting the knees off, keeping the arms where they are, dropping hips, opening up into Sphinx. Lowering down, hands come underneath the shoulders to push you back through cat. Really rounding here, chin to chest, coming back through extended child's pose. Rolling up all the way into that high kneel. The hands come to the base of the spine, pushing the pelvis forward, lifting the chest up. Maybe the gaze looks forward or stays to the sky. Pull navel in here. Good. Just breathing. Nice and slowly come back to center. The hands come down. Left foot comes forward, dropping into that low winged dragon. Right hand places to the corner of the mat and sweep the left arm to the back. Reach the fingers away. Breathe and hold. Drop a little deeper through the hips. Reach a little longer through the fingers. Bring yourself back into center, finding that half monkey, bringing the heel in towards the center, pulling the toes back towards the shin, and exhaling over, softening through the knees if you feel tight into the hamstrings or spine. Using a block or just reaching the hand down to the mat, either on the palm or the fingertips, opening out, chest to the left side, rotating into that twisted half monkey. Hand to sacrum, or you can release the arm up towards the sky, thinking of this big condor wings expansion. So fingers of the raised hand reaching up and fingers of the lower hand pushing away. Opening chest, heart, and twisting through the torso. Slowly bring yourself back into center, bend the left knee, sweep it back, and take it into the back of the mat, into that kneel. Take a moment just to pause. Hands come forward onto the forearms and lifting the hips up into dolphin, tucking toes and walking toes forward towards the body. Find a comfortable place for dolphin. The hands might be apart, forearm stand, or you might interlace the fingers here and push down through the outer edges of your hands. Think of this as a downward dog. So you are pushing away from the mat through the forearms. The shoulders are strong. They're not collapsing towards the ears. The abdominals are pulling back. And inner strength, find and face the challenge. And then a transition into downward facing dog from here. So you're just going to simply place the right palm, place the left palm, and start to pedal out through the left and the right feet. Relaxing through the head, giving yourself some twists, looking underneath the armpit. Now gently exhaling, coming back into the heels, finding your downward facing dog. Drawing navel up towards the spine here. Maybe the gaze is looking towards the heels, maybe it is looking towards the knees or towards the abdomen. Looking forward to the front of the mat, bend the knees, hop or step straight into your Malasana. And hands come into the heart center, lengthen through the spine here. Now engage Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha, both together. Keep breathing even though you have those seals locked. Be aware of the feet, rolling the ankles backwards, dropping sit bones deeper, deeper, deeper. From here, transition into an L-shaped forward bend. So we lift the hips, heel toe the feet in, reach the arms forward. You can keep a soft bend into the knee and the belly and the chest release all the way down over the thighs into a full fold. Exhale, let the head relax, let the neck soften. So you've gone from your L-shaped bend into your dangle, taking hold of elbows, swaying left to right. Right hand stays on the center of your mat. Take the left hand into the sacrum. Straighten through the left leg. Bend into the right knee. Open up the chest to the left side of your mat. Maybe that arm releases up towards the sky. Good. Release left hand down. Change sides. Straightening up through the right. Bending into the left. Hand goes to the sacrum. And releasing fingers if you wish. Again, heart, torso, open to the right side of the mat. Nice and slowly release. Straighten both legs. Take the fold. Bend the knees, come up into chair pose. Pull navel to spine. Nice long back. Reaching fingers away, reaching buttocks back behind you. Most of the weight is in the heels. And press through the feet, lifting up. Up, salute. Reach the fingers back behind you. So it's that back bend. And bring yourself center. And exhale, hands come down by the side of you. How are we feeling? Good, good, good. All right, let's get into a little bit of a flow. Take it nice and soft. Remember, we've got the balance. We've got this balance of love, kindness, softness, acceptance. And we've got this challenge and sea of fire in our belly. So you've got this nice little combination of balance. So we go upward salute first of all, breathing in. Open the arms wide. Bend the knees, chest leads, and you melt and fold, belly and chest all the way down over the thighs. Let the crown of the head relax down towards the mat. Hands to the shins, draw shoulders back, lengthen into half lift, all nice and slow. Strong and slow, I'd actually say. Release, step back right leg, find a warrior one. Plant the back foot, then lifting the arms up towards the sky. Your choice here is that you can bring them into Vira Mudra. So Vira Mudra, we've got our 2 index fingers connected, reaching fingers up, sinking hips towards the front heel. Left leg is in front, right leg is back. Release the hands, they come back behind you, interlace, just as we did when we started. Open the chest, press the knuckles down the back thigh. Humble warrior. Reaching forward, getting that left shoulder somewhere close to the left knee. Maybe the arms stay by the buttocks or they can lift up towards the sky. Nice. Press the knuckles up or back, depending on where they're positioned. Nice. Slowly lengthen the spine. Hands come back to the buttocks. You're in a long spine here. Release into a lunge. So squeaky mat, turning on the back toe, pivoting into your high lunge. Again, strong and slow. Reach down to the mat with your right hand. Left hand comes either to the sacrum. Again, options. Reaching up, twisted lunge. Dropping hips, bending front knee, opening to the left side. Nice. And then from here, this is where we do a twisted warrior. So we're going to bring the left hand to the right thigh and the right arm reaches back. So we're twisting towards the left thigh. Good, lovely, beautiful. Drop a little deeper. Nice. And slowly release. Whoa. Step that back into your plank. Choose your connecting vinyasa from there, whether that is your chaturanga up dog or your ground position cobra. We go back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths. Remember, slow, loving, strong confidence. Looking forward to the hands, stepping or hopping into your malasana. Engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Remember, we go through the L-shaped forward fold into the release. So lifting hips, releasing hands, heel toe the feet into parallel, arms reach forward. Inhale there, exhale, belly, chest to thighs, relax down. Right hand stays on the inside, up into the center. Left hand goes to the sacrum. Open up into that stretching left leg, left arm. Change sides. Left hand comes down, right leg straightens, left leg bends. Release into the full fold from here. Chair pose, lifting up, navel to spine, most of the weight in the heels. Press through the feet, lifting up as you breathe in into your upward salute. And open the arms. And come back to stand. Left leg. Inhale into your upward salute. Open the arms, melt the knees, melt the chest. Hands to shins, lengthen spine, straightening legs if you like, L-shaped bend. Good. Exhale, Bend, step back this time, left leg warrior one. Plant the back foot, lift the arms, slow and strong. Vira Mudra is an option here. Soften into the front knee. Draw in navel, lifting heart. Release the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. They press down the back thigh as you open the chest and shoulders. Pulling those shoulder blades together, release forward into humble warrior. Right shoulder comes towards right knee. Maybe the arms raise up towards the sky. Crown of the head reaches towards the floor. Lengthen the spine. The hands also lengthen behind you. You're in a long line here. And then you gently release. Back toe pivots into lunge. So releasing right arm back into that reverse warrior. So right hand goes to left thigh. Left hand reaches back. Walk forward. The hand comes down into your twisted lunge. Again, hand can come to sacrum if it likes, or releases up to the sky, dropping hips a little deeper, opening chest a little wider. Slow and strong transition. Hand comes down, step back into plank. Find your connecting vinyasa. Slow and strong, pushing back into downward facing dog. Take those breaths that you need most now. Just lowering down into child's pose, just dropping the knees, bringing the hands back towards the hips and softening chest and belly down over thighs, relaxing head to mat. Good. So when we start to slow things down, it's not always easy, but it gives you time to process what you're actually doing. I'm not going to go through that flow again because I want to go into a balance of wild thing and fallen triangle from here. So it's really the downward facing dog into wild thing and then into your fallen triangle. So if you just want to take a look at that, or you can just go straight into it. I'm pretty sure you're both very adept. So hands come forward, lifting hips, exhaling downward facing dog. Right leg lifts all the way up into three-legged dog. You open the hip into that kicking donkey and you reach that right foot over to the left side of your mat. Drop the hips there and just take a pause and then push through your right foot, left palm to lift up into wild thing. Hold and pause. Slow deep breaths. Reach back with the fingers. And then transition into plank. And that right knee comes into the chest and slides out to the left side underneath you. That's it. Good, great. Fallen triangle. Or no, not fallen angel. Let me say fallen angel, fallen triangle. Lifting that right hip up from the mat, reaching fingers up. Good, lovely. Hands come back and sweep the right leg all the way back up into three-legged dog. And then place it back into downward facing dog. Woo, I'm getting hot. Left leg lifts. Woo. We slow it down in a minute. Drop it down to the right side. Good. Find your wild thing from here. So extending the right leg, pushing into right palm, left foot. Lift up. Push the hips higher. Nice. Good. Bring yourself back into plank. That knee comes into the chest to push out to the right side of your mat, lifting up into fallen triangle, moving the feet accordingly. Lift left hip. Hands come down, push left leg back into three-legged. And release to down dog. Exhaling. Taking a moment's breath, coming down to child's pose when you're ready. Ooh, I think the heat in this conservatory is making me sweat. Ooh. Oh, well done. You're definitely firing up your solar plexus here, aren't you? All right. Hi, Wesley. Are you going to come and do some yoga? All right, let's shuffle forward on our mat so that we have room to come backwards. We're going to come into a half hero. So the right leg comes forward. You drop onto the right buttock, or you can use a block or a cushion underneath that right buttock. Open out the left calf. Ooh, I am hot now. Good. So half hero, you can stay here, but we're actually going to go back. So if you like, just coming onto the forearms and the elbows might be enough. That's okay. Make sure that left knee stays down. Good. If you feel that you want to go further deeper into that half hero, you can, of course, go all the way back, making sure that that left knee stays down. Deepening still, arms come above the head. You have a gentle back bend here, but you are also stretching through the front gate of the body, all the way from the knee right up to the shoulder. Good. Try and pulling that knee, left knee down. Nice. Nice and slowly. Come back up the way you went in. Elbows push you up. Sit nice and tall, making sure both sit bones are grounded. We're coming into that heron. So bringing the right foot in, interlacing the fingers underneath your right foot, trying to keep the thigh as close to the chest as possible, lifting up the gaze. So we're using the abdominals here, pulling back into the spine, keeping the spine nice and long. Good. Lifting, lifting, lifting toes. Now here's the challenge, folks. Let go of the leg. See how much it drops, or see if you can hold it there. Oh, those quads are firing up. And lower it down. Woo! Well done. Release the left foot, take it over the right, and come into your Ardha Matsyendrasana twist to the left thigh. And getting that belly free of the thigh, opening the chest out to the side. Energy through the palm of the hand or using a mudra. Grounding through the sit bones. Nice and slowly, we bring ourselves back into center. We extend the left and the right comes back behind. Roll the calf out of the way. Drop into both sit bones equally, sitting nice and tall, taking your time to go back. And you might notice that one side feels a little different to the other. Maybe your quad on the right side or the left side might be a little tighter. Take time, take the stages. And then further challenge still is to release the arms up above the head. That brings you into a nice gentle back bend. Pressing that right knee downwards towards the mat. That's going to intensify that stretch in the right quad. Coming out of the posture as you went in, looking along the body, pushing yourself up onto the elbows, onto the forearms, coming up, sitting tall. Hello. Heron pose, drawing the left foot in, interlacing the fingers underneath, dropping back just a little bit so the heel becomes free. Keep the thigh in towards the chest as much as you can and extend the leg. Keep the chest lifted, spine is long, looking up to the toes and beyond. Still suffering with that hamstring pull, so I'm definitely not extending all the way. And then visualize that leg staying in the air. Let go. Good. Keep lifting. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting. Try not to drop back. I know. Oh, big challenge. And lower it down. Good. We wrap right leg over left. Come into your Matsyendrasana twist, turning towards the right thigh and opening chest to right side. Getting belly free of the thigh. Can't stress that enough. Twisting, rotating through the torso. Beautiful one to stimulate both the solar plexus and the heart chakra. Hand is active, all with a mudra. And nice and slowly, bring yourself back and release the right leg back behind you and just come onto your knees. Take a moment to find thunderbolt posture. We're going to come into camel from here. So if you have blocks, you might like the blocks by the side of you to take the hands back, or you can tuck the toes and take the hands to the heels. Coming up, I think I might tuck my toes and bring my hands back to my heels, opening up the chest, pushing pelvis forward from there, and then feel the camel. Ustrasana posture, breathing deeply, really opening the front gate of the body all the way from the pubic bone right up to the throat. Nice and slowly, bring yourself back, release, and let's go into full hero. So widening the knees out, getting the calves out of the way, trying to direct those knees forward, and then coming back onto the arms or a bolster. Remember, props are your friends too. Don't have to go all the way. So you'll notice when we have a combination chakra practice, you've got the elements of slowness, softness, but you also have the challenge and the fire and the heat. Probably one of my favorite practices, actually. Always stay upright. We do not have to come all the way back. Make sure those knees are drawing downwards. They are not lifting themselves away from the mat. Slow everything down as you gently come out of the posture. Bring the elbows underneath, gaze looks along the body, pulling yourself back up to seated. And just pause there for a moment in that seated hero. Well done. And let's come forwards. Swing the legs around in front of you and gently roll all the way back down onto your mat. If you've got a block handy or a bolster, bring that by the side of you. Draw the knees in towards the belly and the chest. Feel the thighs compressing down into the abdomen here, lengthening spine underneath you. Feel the shoulder blades spreading out and the back of your body, the back heart space. Feel the back of your heart melting now into the mat. You've done all your hard work. And just rolling out through the spine, doing what feels good as you come down, maybe rocking from side to side, massaging through the lower back, but also opening up into the hips. Remember, we've done actually most of it's been closed hip postures, warrior one, lunges, your reverse, twisted reverse warrior. They're all closed hip postures. So just get into the hips just a little bit there. Place the soles of the feet down. Take your block or your bolster underneath your sacrum, probably on the lowest level. And then keep the left leg bent. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. So imagine and visualize that knee coming down towards the shoulder. If you like, you can keep the left leg bent or straighten it so it comes into a half pontoon. Dropping pelvis, buttocks over that block or bolster, whatever you've chosen. Keep drawing knee to shoulder, neck is long, face relaxed. Slowly extend the leg all the way along the mat. So you're coming into that pontoon posture, dropping pelvis and hips heavy across the block. Maybe the arms come up above the head. Full openness up towards the sky. Visualize the stretch of the front gate of the body, all the way from the pubic bone right up to the forehead even, I would say. This is technically your upward salute in a passive posture, bringing both feet back, bending both knees, rearrange your hips if you need. Left knee bends in this time. Draw the thigh in towards you as close as you can. Imagine and visualize that knee coming in towards the shoulder. Shoulder blades are spread out, neck is long, back of the head firmly planted onto the mat. Extending the underneath leg if you wish. Relaxing into that right thigh, right hip flexor. And then exhaling, letting that left leg meet the right all the way along the mat. Drop the pelvis, drop the buttocks and the hips into that block or bolster. Take the arms up above the head if you wish here. Spread the shoulder blades and make sure they're not pinching in towards one another here. Nice and slowly bring the knees back. Rearrange the hips if you need to here. Let the buttocks hang off of the back end. And you can keep the arms in cactus, lifting both knees this time, sending both legs up into your supported shoulder stand. Feeling how heavy those legs are into the hip sockets. Let the femur drop down into the ball and socket of the joint. And slowly bend the knees, place the soles of the feet down, lift the hips, take the block away. Roll down through the spine, really feel that connection. Good. Arms come back into cactus or straight out to the sides of you in line with the shoulders. Choices, of course. Draw the knees in, both come in together. So we're going to roll the knees over to the right side. Keep the feet and the knees off of the mat. Draw down the left shoulder as much as you can. So you're really twisting through the torso, holding in the core. Breathe in, bring it back into center. Take the knees over to the left. Try and squeeze the knees together, feet and ankles stay off of the mat. Nice, hovering there. Good. Breathe it in, bring it back into center. This time use the head and the neck. So left gaze, knees right. Breathe in, bring it back into center. Gaze right, knees left. Bring it back into center. Roll once more, take the right hand to the left thigh and then drop into that reclined twist. Knees and feet can come down to the mat, but try to keep left shoulder planted. Try and relax through the left glute, left waist, left rib cage, left armpit. Chest is open to the sky. You're in the rotation, so firing up solar plexus, but still giving yourself that kindness of the heart chakra. Breathing in, bring everything back into center. Exhale, knees go over to the left, head goes right. Take the left hand to the right thigh and open up into the twist on the opposite side. Softening through right thigh, right glute, right waist, right ribs, right armpit. Breathing in, bring yourself back into center. Place the soles of the feet down, hands come underneath the buttocks, coming into Matsyasana, fish pose. Get those elbows tucked into the midline as much as you can, extending the legs, pushing through the palms, the forearms, and the elbows. Lifting up the chest, really pushing chest up and away, and maybe you drop the head back if the neck is comfortable. Good. You feel the stretch all the way from the abdominals right up to the sternum. If you wish, lift the feet a few inches away from the mat. Heels come away. Breathing, holding, dropping gently the heels and releasing the body all the way back into Shavasana to rest. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. And let's take left hand onto heart, right hand onto belly this time. Relax the arms down by the side of the body. If you wish, you can take the feet into Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana, recline bound angle. It's not quite our Shavasana yet, but we're just returning to this place where we began, that connection of the energy centers, solar plexus and heart. So really feel into those governing areas where we really take a look at ourselves and take a look at the practice that we've given ourselves today, what we have received, what we have achieved, and how do we feel. Feel the warmth of your own touch, your own support system, giving yourself some kindness, love. And always finding that self-belief, that confidence and courage in your own capabilities. Knowing that you have everything you need within you. Drawing knees in towards the chest, rolling, massaging out the spine, circling through the knees and the hips and preparing to come into final relaxation. Make sure that you are nice and warm. You're not going to get cold at all. So lying back, using props as you need here, maybe a blanket or a block underneath the head, bolster underneath the knees. And just spread those shoulder blades, making sure they're not pinching in towards one another. Spread them out underneath you. There might be a little back arching in the lower back. Try and relax through the belly. And just for the next few minutes of your Shavasana, take your focus to those two areas of the chakra system, the Anahata and the Manipura. The subtle energies between them. They run down the central nadi line, all the way from the crown of the head to the root. And if you like, you can always visualize in color, emerald green for the heart or bright, bright yellow for the solar plexus. I'll let you know when it's time to come back around. Starting to breathe a little deeper to bring your awareness back into your surroundings, back into your room, back onto the mat and into the body. Taking time to move fingers, wrists, toes, and ankles. Choosing to stretch and draw in. And take time here, there's no rush. You can roll out through the spine, taking time to roll over to one side into that comforting embryo. Returning up to a comfortable seat, bringing the hands in towards the heart center. The thumbs just nestle into the sternum here, dropping the gaze gently and really feeling the crown of the head connecting into those two central chakras, solar plexus, the Manipura, and the heart chakra, Anahata. And remind yourself at the beginning of the practice what your intention was. How did you want to feel? What benefits do you need? What do you need most right now? And also remind yourself of exactly where you are is where you are supposed to be. Having acceptance through kindness and love of your heart space. And finding the courage and confidence to have self-belief in your capabilities. Always thanking yourself for your practice, and I certainly thank you today. Namaste.